Hi, welcome to SEW-EURODRIVE, Driving the World. Today I have Adam Miles, and we're going to be talking about oils. Hey, Adam, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing great. Glad to have you here today. So, to kick it off, we have oil that we use in our gearboxes, right?
Correct.
And there's two main types of mineral and synthetic. And I was just hoping you could maybe give us a quick overview of what the difference is and maybe why you would choose one over the other in a gearbox.
Okay. Yeah. Mineral oils are your basic oils coming out of the ground. Synthetic are going to be manufactured oils, so usually a little bit higher performance. Um, Choices as to when to use what it's usually going to be a cost benefit analysis.
Right.
Synthetic oils are going to perform a little bit better in a lot of scenarios, and also cost a little bit more. So it's going to just depend on whether that's worth it for the application or what you're specifically doing with that gearbox.
Okay. So, synthetic, higher performance, a little pricier. So for customers that are really trying to keep cost in mind and they might not want to use synthetic, when would they quote unquote have to, or when would be strongly encouraged to use a synthetic oil over a mineral oil?
Gotcha. Yeah. So there are definitely some applications where you would need to go synthetic. Most of your synthetics are going to have higher temperature thresholds.
Okay.
So if you're operating in a really high or really low ambient, or just a really extreme application, if you're on the edges of the gearbox, performance wise, there are also a few types of gearing that are optimized with certain synthetic lubricants. So at
Okay.
least within the SEW world, we're not going to provide those with mineral.
Gotcha. So higher temp, higher speed, higher load, you need a higher performance oil. Is that pretty
Exactly.
much what we're saying?
Yep.
Awesome. So now you were talking about SEW and gearboxes, and we have mineral and synthetic. And I believe SEW has its own oil now, and this might be a newer.
Yep, that's correct. So we have partnered with some suppliers in the industry to bring forth a private labeled product. So we have the full spectrum of oils we offer, from minerals to synthetics, food grade as well, that are really designed and optimized to work with our gearboxes.
Okay, so we're looking at maybe higher efficiency and just maybe longevity. So would they have to change our oil less, or how do you get into when you need to change your oil? Or
Right. So with the SEW oil specifically, we do in most cases get a longer change interval. We are seeing higher efficiency in some boxes, and occasionally we're even able to increase that mechanical load rating if we're using the SEW oil with it. Um, and as far as calculating lifetime oil change intervals in a gearbox, that's something your sales rep, regional engineering group is going to be able to help you with. We also have resources in our catalogs and operating instructions with charts with ambient temperature, runtime, things like that to help you determine for your specific application when you're going to need to change that.
gotcha. So reach out for a little bit of help because depending on how often you're running your box and under what load, it's going to change the lifetime of that oil. Kind of like driving a car. If you drive it hard, you got to change it slightly more often.
Yep, exactly.
Well, fantastic. I think that nails it down for us on oil today. I really appreciate your time and I hope to have you back soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.